Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, dogs and cats, elephants and zebras. This episode, as you can see, is about my historical reenacting headwear. Okay. Now, I have something I have to go to tonight, so well, look at that. It curls. It still has a curl in it. This is a Tam. Now, originally, I bought it as a replacement to the one I lost in the fire for Renaissance Fair. But I'm finding that a lot of my historical reenacting kit can also be used for Renaissance Fair and things of that nature. So I'm going to talk about my Tam, what's on it, and everything. Now, it's green. It does not have a little ball on the top. I do not like that. Um, it has a hat badge. Now, the thing about the hat badge, even though it has O'Connor on it, uh, it's not technically O'Connor. I mean, it's in Irish. It's O'Connor or something of that nature. But, each little sept of the family would have had their own little thing going on. So, got a close up there. I just put the bell on. I guess I need to clean it up some, don't I? But I just put the bell on, which is right here, and that's put on with deer sinew. Hopefully, over time, it will relax a bit. But let me take it off and tell you about each part. Okay, I told you it has a hat badge for the family. This is an Irish family. And the modern version would be O'Connor. Now, I do not, this is a Claddagh right here, which I do not like having the crown on it because what I would prefer is a Finian Claddagh, but that's what it has, so oh well. Um, um, Now the feather, it's actually a turkey feather painted to look like the feather of a bald eagle, a mature bald eagle. Um, this is a scalp lock right here. That's a bone feather. It's made out of real bone, not human, of course. This is a lock of my wife's hair, and this is a little gold cone. It's not real gold. It's just colored gold. Now the beads, red, green, red, green, red. The reason for the colors. Red was my wife's favorite color, so I put red on there. Green is my favorite color, so I put green on there. So basically it starts and stops with red. The feather represents, I wish I would have gotten a smaller feather, but it represents my love and her love flying to heaven and back to earth for each other. And that's put in with deer sinew, and I wove it in and out of the hat badge, you can see right there. And then I tied it off. And then I put the bell on. This is sort of a Asian thing, at least for me, because I did live in Asia for a number of years. And the bell is supposed to wake the spirit, so the spirits are woken. So it's like her spirit knows that I love her and I'm still here for her. The feather is more of a Scottish thing. My grandmother, one of my grandmothers, was from Scotland. Now everybody in my family is from a different country. Um, There's Canadian, there's Scotland, there's Canada, Scotland, Ireland, Spain, the United States. Um, so the feather is more or less a Scottish thing, but it could be considered a French and Indian War thing insofar as its decoration. Um, but like the leader of the clan would have 3 feathers, but I'm not the leader of anything, so I only have 1. But it's also just decorative. I mean, the bald eagle has meaning to many First Nations here in the Americas. And that's supposed to be black, but if you look at it in the light the right way, it's more bluish, and it's kind of faded down there where I guess it got wet. Well, guess what? It's going to get wet because when I'm out there and it rains, it's going to get wet. So um, that's my hat wear. And what I've been doing today, did some dishes, and I have more dishes to do. My kit is in 3 boxes, 3 of those plastic tubs with lids that you could buy at Walmart. My bedroll and tarp are in 1 box. Everything else is in 2 boxes. The thing is, having gone through that today, I can consolidate it all down into 1 box, which I'm going to have to figure out how to organize it into 1 box instead of having 2, which is nice because now I have an extra box that I can, a good box, not a paper box, but a good plastic box that I can store things in. But I'm putting things in the haversacks. I have 2 haversacks. One is more or less a writer's haversack, if you want to call it that. It has a sketch pad, a roll of sketching pencils, has a blank journal. Actually, it has 2 sketch pads. It has a sketch book and a sketch pad. It has a blank journal, and it has the roll of artist pencils, 3 quills, real feather quills, and a small bottle of black ink. That's for if I'm out there camping or on the trail and I see something that I'd like to draw, I can draw, or I can take time off and write. I might put some reading material in there. Uh, I don't know. Um, then the other haversack will have all my, actually, go in that direction. You can't see everything, but there's my corn boiler, my cup, tin plate, uh, knife, fork, and spoon that are historically accurate, that are over there because I wiped everything down with oil, put the oven on low, threw it in the oven for about an hour. It also includes my folding handle frying pan. Uh, it would be nice to have something a little larger as a frying pan, but I have to carry that stuff. And the larger it is, the more it weighs. So it's actually a very small frying pan, but they're not cheap. And like I said, the larger it is, the more it weighs. Plus, obviously, the larger it is, the more space it takes, the more room it takes up. So I'm going to stick with what I have. If I need to, I can probably take the tin plate and cook on top of it. There's also a tin bowl and a wooden bowl. Um, Not that I need both of them, but right now that's the way my kit's working. I don't know, somebody's cutting something out there.
sounds like their truck.
Anyway, I don't know if you can hear it, but I sure can. It sounds like a chainsaw going. So anyway, that's what I wanted to show. So I will be sharing this on Facebook. And I also wish I would have gotten a smaller bell, but when you're buying from a catalog and you're not in the store, it's kind of hard to tell what's what. I mean, it can give measurements, but it still doesn't mean a whole lot unless you can actually hold it and physically stand there and see how it compares in size to other things. So anyway, that's all I wanted to share. Have a good day.